Hi everyone, I'm Jim and welcome to the review of Dingir, the second studio album by the band Rings of Saturn. Today we're celebrating the unofficial 10th anniversary of the record, because on this day, 10 years ago, Dingir pre-production album was leaked on the internet. I was actually there. I remember that this was a big deal because a few hours later, the band's vocalist Ian Bearer, for whom this was the first Rings of Saturn album, released the final version on his YouTube channel. This was probably done to prevent the spread of the pre-production version, and the band stated that the album would be released in November, but that was pushed to 2013 for some reason. Anyways, this was a massive event for me back in 2012 because I was a big fan of this band. I found their first album on YouTube back in 2010. It changed my mind because it sounded so weird and out of this world. It was like a shit show. Listening to that first Rings of Saturn album, you were like, what the fuck is this? Anyways, the producer for this record is Bob Swanson, which is funny. It's almost like Rob Swanson from Parks and Recreation TV series. And this record features a shift in sound towards more melodic approach, if you can even call it like that. We have some lineup changes here. As I said before, we have a new vocalist, but also new guitarist, Joel, who's just legendary, I love him. New bassist Sean Martinez, it's his only record with this band. He later joined Decrepit Birth, my all-time favorite band. And Ian Baker on the drums, who also played just on this record, which sucks because I think he was the best drummer for this band like ever. The production on this record is very weird. The pre-production version is actually tight, it sounds punchy and clean. I love how the drums sound and how it's easy to hear the bass. The guitar riffs are amazing and so are the vocals, but the final release is basically shit, especially the snare. The snare is so bad, it will drill inside your head till you're fucking dead. I hate that production. It sounds so fake and overproduced that I just cannot stand it. So I will be reviewing the pre-production version because it's the only one that I can listen to without vomiting all over myself. Message is diverse. It's a concept album about aliens conquering our planet and basically turning us into their food, and at the end they basically say they've created an utopia or some shit. That's everything you need to know about the lyrics. They are not that important to know. Like, for a few years I've never actually even read them. I was like, the music is great, the vocals sound great, I don't care about the message. Later I found out what the message was, and it still did not change any single thing. These songs don't even need message to begin with, they're just so good. Structure is technical, each song is built from several interesting parts. Every track features at least 2 guitar solos and 2 breakdown sections. The album opens with Objective to Harvest. I think it's a massive opener. I love every section of this song, especially the drums in the middle, which sound godlike. The guitar riffs are amazing, the vocalist Ian is just killing it, his screams are so beautiful and growls are great as well. My favorite part, except the middle one, is at the end, where we hear these beautiful guitar melodies that sound like an UFO is landing on your farm or some shit. 11 out of 10. Galactic Cleansing is more melodic than the previous song. I really enjoy every melodies here. Again, everything in this song is just beautiful, especially the guitar solos and the whole atmosphere of the track. 11 out of 10. Shards of Scorched Flesh is another banger. Those synths in the background are just beautiful, and the whole atmosphere of this song is way more darker than the previous tracks. The most ridiculous sounding thing on this song is the verse. especially the guitars in it, but I do adore every single second of this track, so another 11 out of 10. Dingir is a song that was called Feast Upon Their Bowels or some shit on the pre-production version. My favorite part here is the first breakdown, which will just straight up annihilate you, and after that the song becomes way more melodic than all the previous tracks. I love those riffs, they remind me of the first album from the band as Blood Runs Black for some reason. Amazing stuff, the solos are beautifully crafted and the final 30 seconds are just evil sounding. I adore it, 11 out of 10. Faces Imploding has the best intro when it comes to the songs on this record. The drummer is killing it, it gets faster and faster, the guitar riffs are crazy. I love everything about this song, especially the calm melodic parts in the middle, but the brutal stuff is fun as well. I just cannot find any section in this track or the previous ones that I did not enjoy. 11 out of 10. Pinning Arteries is another banger that starts with a cool breakdown. It's probably the most straightforward song on this entire album. My favorite part of this song is the last minute when we can hear more mellow and calm side of Rings of Saturn, but then it goes straight back into that crazy heavy shit. They return to the intro of the song, but just the drummer is playing it. I love these kinds of changes, it's fun, it's a throwback, but just the drummer is playing it, so it stays in your head. 11 out of 10. Hyperforms is one of those songs that you're never going to forget because of the drummer. I think it's on the first minute and 23rd second where he just starts blasting, but it's just so out of this world that you're never going to forget it. I just love that part. It makes the song sound even more devastating than it already was, but the song doesn't end there. We have another amazing sections. I love the bass on this song, it's very audible and interesting. And that final breakdown is just beautiful, another 11 out of 10. Fruitless Existence is a song about my ex-girlfriend. What I love about this song is the atmosphere, especially after the first breakdown, where we have those Korn nu metal riffs thrown in the background. I love this kind of atmosphere building stuff. After that section we get another melodic one, but this one is more inspired by technical death metal. It sounds like some death song, I really enjoy it, but then they go back to their standard brutal phase, which I also adore. So yeah, this song has everything. My favorite part, except the Korn one, is the final solo, which is very beautiful and melodic and calm. Another 11 out of 10. Immaculate Order is my favorite Rings of Saturn song. I just love the beginning of this track. Those guitar riffs are just so iconic to me. The drummer is killing it on this track from beginning to the end. I just love what the guitarists are doing on this song. Lucas and Joel are just straight up murdering it. The first solo in this song sounds so nostalgic to me. It reminds me of GTA San Andreas because I was playing a lot of that game when this album came out. The breakdowns are brutal and memorable, but the solos are just out of this world. The first one is my favorite one, but the second one is almost as good. And that final part in the track when the guitars become happy sounding or some shit is just beautiful, I love it. It's a change of pace. I love when the songs surprise you, and this one surprises you a lot. 12 out of 10, timeless shit. And Utopia ends the album. It's an instrumental track and I think that it's the most beautiful sounding Rings of Saturn song. It's their best instrumental work for sure. This song reminds me of some old school video games from the 90s and early 2000s, like Serious Sam, stuff like that. You can close your eyes and easily picture some alien worlds or maybe distant planets without any problems. I love when music enhances your creativity, and that's what's happening here. Every solo here is beautiful, every guitar section, every drum part exists for a purpose, and that purpose is for you to have fun. Another timeless song, 12 out of 10. To sum it all up, the consistency is stable and the flow is ideal. Every song complements the other. Replayability, hell yeah, this is a legendary album. It's one of a kind experience, especially when you're listening to the pre-production version, which I highly recommend. Celebrate the anniversary by spinning this record with me. It deserves some love. If Rings of Saturn would play this whole record live, I would go to see them in an instant. I wonder what they are going to do next now that they are an instrumental band. I wish they would do an instrumental album that would sound similar to this one, but who knows what they will do next. I wish them all the best. Thank you for watching, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you in my other reviews. Bye!